and welcome to the session about SUSE Enterprise Product Roadmap. My name is Michal Švec and I'm Product Manager at SUSE responsible for SUSE Enterprise Product Family. In this session I will talk about the SUSE products, what do we do overall, specifically about the SUSE Enterprise Product Family. Then I will talk about the upcoming release, SLEAP 15 SP3, and a little bit of an outlook. So let's have a look at what we do at SUSE. As you can see on the picture, we have two major focus areas. So first one, or that's the part in the middle, that's the Linux operating system on which I will focus on here. And the ultimate goal of there is to serve as a stable base, as the most adaptable OS, independent of the underlying environment, ranging from development, data center, cloud, to branch, to the edge. The base also serves the other part of the SUSE product portfolio, that's the SUSE Rancher products, Kubernetes and container orchestration, which I will not cover, but it's an integral part of our SUSE story. Let me focus on the most adaptable Linux OS, specifically SUSE Enterprise and all the products. You can see that the span for what we want to do at the bottom is really wide. So ranging from desktop to data centers, clouds, branch, towards the edge is pretty wide. And therefore, the product needs to be flexible and not only reliable, but also extensible. When it comes to the hardware support, we focus on supported four major architectures. Those are AMD and Intel 64, IBM Power, IBM Z, and Linux One, and ARM 64. In general, we want to support, and we do support most of what we do on all four architectures. However, since those platforms and architectures differ, also support in those products can differ. So the experience may vary, but the aim is to be really to be able to support everything and everywhere. The main focus are our server operating products. So SUSE Enterprise Server, which is a general purpose operating system, and its twin, SLES for SAP applications, which is also a general purpose operating system, but tuned and optimized for running SAP applications. We also do have various flavors or other versions of the operating system focused on specific areas, for instance, high performance computing. The recent addition to the family, which is SLEAP Micro, focusing on edge and containerized environments. SLEAP Real-Time, focusing on real-time environments, and also desktop for desktop installations. Those were the server products. When it comes to management, we do have our very powerful and capable SUSE Manager tool, both in a general version as well as retail one, for patching, updating, management, validation, and all those software and Linux specifically management tasks. For the server and other products, we do offer various extensions. Most notable one perhaps is the high availability extension, including the geoclustering. And we offer live patching extension for kernel live patching and workstation extension as well. Next to these, we have various support extensions and services and solutions, as well as consulting and training. Let's focus a little bit on what SUSE Enterprise Product Family means and how it's released. So the life cycle is currently focusing on three major code streams. We have SLEAP 11, which has been around for quite some time. It's end of life in 2022, and still we have quite some customers still running it. It's in long-term support now. There's no active development ongoing, but we still do support it for those focusing on really conservative environments, which need that stability and longevity. SLEAP 12 is another code stream. It's currently in general support. We have released last Service Pack 5 end of 2019. So we don't plan to release any more service packs. It will be in general support through 2024. And there is no major changes ongoing there, yet we still do feature here and feature there to kind of keep the code base alive. We do selected enablement, but obviously the bigger changes required by the recent hardware cannot be done anymore because those would be too big of a change. So SLEAP 15 is the current code stream where we focus our efforts the most. So it's in general support, it's in active development. We are in Service Pack 2 right now, and we are right in front of Service Pack 3, which is due shortly. The overall life cycle is 13 years. That means 10 years general support plus 3 years long-term support. We want to do at least 5 service packs, but perhaps we will want to do more. That's a decision currently under consideration. So for now, 5 service packs similar to SLE 12. There's 6 months overlap between service packs, and there's an option of up to 3 years of long-term support, both for each service pack as well as the complete code stream, which takes it from the 10 years of general support to 13 years overall life cycle. Specific products like SLES for SAP applications can have different or longer overlapping support. So if you want to have a look at our lifecycle pages. There are all the details when it comes to all the products continually updated. The release cycle for SLE 15 is twofold. We do have 2 different release types. So one is consolidation releases, those are the odd versions, and refresh releases, those are the even versions. Consolidation releases are mainly bug fixes, maintenance updates, which have accumulated from a previous release. We also do include some features like selected enablement, selected new features and news. However, we want to be more conservative and kind of more careful what we pick. The refresh releases, those are the even versions, obviously contain the same thing as the consolidation releases. However, we want to be more open to what we take there, to be able to bring more innovation and more agility when it comes to what we offer to our customers and partners. So we update various different stacks, we update the kernel version, and we do other changes. Yet still, we aim to be backwards compatible to not disrupt the existing environments. Update and upgrade paths are pretty straightforward, so you can go from one service pack to another. You can go from the older code stream to the newer one. What's notable to mention here is that you can skip a service pack when upgrading. You can even skip 2 service packs. So the flexibility when it comes to from what to what is pretty high to be able to adapt to customer environments, customer needs, and their planning and internal release cycles. So for some combinations, you obviously need long-term support if the release from your migrating is old enough. But in general, the migration paths, as you see, are generally supported. Just be aware that for some scenarios, like from between different major code streams, you need to do only offline upgrades so that it's not possible to do it in place. One other notable item is upgrade from OpenSUSE Leap to SLES. Those are the scenarios where somebody wants to do like open source development, play with it, do POCs, and then decide to need a subscription. It's fairly easy to do that upgrade, and it's a fully supported path. Before I dive deeper into the details, the beta program is something what we offer for pretty much all our products. It offers early access to the current development milestones and snapshots, and enables anyone, like customers, partners, general public, to be involved in the development cycle, meaning get their hands on what's being developed, participate in there, give us some feedback, be able to communicate with our engineering and product management, and be able to influence what's ending up in the product in the end. So we have a public beta program which allows access to selected milestones, and partners get even more detailed, more elaborate beta program with access to all the milestones, with some dedicated people to drive those. Let me talk briefly about SLE 15 product family and some of its features. There are 4 major themes which we focus on. The first one is what we call multimodal approach. So The purpose is to have a common code base, common operating system and components independent of the target environment. So serving both traditional environments and data centers through the agile approaches, DevOps approaches, and anything in between, because we are seeing today that the world has been changing and moving from one to the other, and different companies are at different stages, and we want to provide components and building blocks and tools for all of it. The product should be easy to use, so you should be able to easily find stuff, search for packages, search for software, install it, use packages across the products, across different offerings. There is a unified installer, so we are able to install all SUSE Enterprise 15 products from one media. And the community and enterprise collaboration is really key for us. And I will talk about the details later, but it's really one of the milestones and building blocks which we built up. So when we are designing our products, everything what we do ends up in something what we call a module. So module is a set of different packages, and there are some core and common modules like the base system, which end up in almost all of the base products like SLES or desktop. And when there are product-specific modules, like server applications are specific to the server product, workstation module is a like module specific to the desktop, but it's also by the way available for a server, extending the server with the desktop capabilities. When there is a high availability module, which is product specific, but it's only available in the high availability extension, and there is a pool of other modules which are available and can be installed or added to the other products as needed. Like if somebody needs container tooling, we are free to add the containers module. There's a Python legacy module, there's a public cloud with tools for public cloud environments, and so on and so forth. So this allows for like pretty flexible setup, and allows also for not needing everything to be available by default if the target environment like is different, doesn't fit, or is just would be superfluous. Here's an overview about different modules and repositories. I'm not going through the details here, but on top of the SUSE provided modules and repositories for also non-SUSE, like the community ones, Package Hub, which I will mention later, and also third-party modules like the NVIDIA drivers, which are coming from our partners. SUSE Leap 15 is coming in different formats and flavors. So obviously the installation media, but we also provide virtual machine images. We provide base container images. We support Windows system for Linux. So if you go to Microsoft Store, you can easily get SUSE Leap 15 from there. And we support the 4 architectures I mentioned and various target scenarios, like ranging from physical to virtual, both host and a guest, containerized, public cloud, private cloud, hybrid cloud. So pretty much anywhere and everywhere you are able to use SUSE as a host and as a guest. So it's, again, the flexibility and choice you're trying to provide to our customers and partners. When it comes to the media and unified installer, I mentioned that we have one set of media with all the products in there. There are 2 kinds of media. One is called online. It's very small. It's for installations done via a network, requires connection to proxy or SUSE Customer Center. And there is the full media, which contains pretty much all the modules, like not completely all, like Package Hub community module is not there, but most of them are. And there is no internet required, no network connectivity required. You can install everything. Obviously, in order to get updates, you need to register and do the registration via network later on if needed. One cool feature is quarterly updates. So as I talked about different data methods like images, containers, media, and everything, we actually update all of them once per quarter. So not only it's a convenience, like we merge all the updates into the media, and we updated media, so you save the bandwidth and time and effort. It can also serve in checkpointing for new installations and existing installations. If you want to get them into well-defined state, you can use those quarterly updates as well for that purpose. One last thing before going into SP3, security certifications. So we actually making sure that our products are secure by default, and security is really at the bottom of everything what we do. For our customers and partners, it's often requested or required to show the security using the certification. The security certifications we support are all the major ones, ranging for common criteria through FIPS, STIC, PCI DSS, and others. So if someone is interested more, I believe there is a session on that as well, and we have all the details on the SUSE pages. Now let's talk about our community and enterprise relationships. So here you can see how OpenSUSE community and SUSE enterprise approaches relate to each other. So it all starts with Tumbleweed, which is our rolling distro. It has a lot of packages, which are once in a while used to create OpenSUSE Leap, which is a regular distribution. It still has a lot of packages, and the core here is that the core of the distribution is shared with SUSE Enterprise. So it's really like a binary equal core. So the migration from OpenSUSE Leap to SLE is very easy. So those who want to develop in the open, don't need support, want to do POCs and stuff like that, can start with Leap, with OpenSUSE Leap, and once they need support, they can get a subscription and easily migrate to SLE. The packages which are not in SLE, which are not like fully supported, long-term support, 10 plus 3 years, we still want to make them available to our customers. So we offer Package Hub module. So those are the packages which are in Leap and not in SLE, and we kind of make them available as part of the SLE module so that the customers can get easy access to them, despite those are not like fully enterprise ready yet. Still, it might be easy. It might be useful to get those, to be able to get those easily. Here you can see on the chart how the development works. So the stuff is being worked on in OpenSUSE Factory, and you can see that there is a like overlap and a lot of back and forth going on between OpenSUSE Leap and SLE, including Package Hub. So the packages are going from SLE to Leap. That's kind of providing the enterprise and stable core, but also the other way around from OpenSUSE towards SLE, which allows to get more innovation, more agility into the enterprise code stream when it comes to like new programming languages, new features and stuff like that. So the major, as you can see, one of the differences is the branding and configuration, but the bulk of the distribution is really equal to simplify the migration. And well, I made it a good example of this path going from OpenSUSE, from the community to the enterprise is RabbitMQ, which originally started to be a package in OpenSUSE. However, where we saw the demand, it was kind of useful. We saw the usefulness of having it supported. So we put it into SUSE Package Hub, where it lived. And for some time, when until we saw that it's really enterprise ready and we can provide it to our customers, then we put it into SLES. So right now it's in SLE 15 SP2 and fully supported. So you can see that this is how the software goes from the community, from the open to the fully supported enterprise release. And the advantage of having the OpenSUSE Leap and SLE being close is that you can use the same tooling, you can use the same approaches. It's kind of the same familiar stuff, which simplifies the approach and spans different environments, development types, and practices. So what are we doing right now? So as I said, we are currently working on SLE 15 SP3. It's really around the corner. We have just released a public release candidate. So the final release is really due soon. The scope is it's a consolidation release, so mainly bug fixes and like small updates. However, a lot of features have ended in that release too, despite not being the refresh one. We try to enable our customers to use like new versions of the software and expose the new hardware using the enablement. So little sneak peek into into what will be in 15SP3. I mentioned already OpenSUSE Leap and SLE. The key news here is that it's like 100% binary compatible. So the core is really exactly the same set of packages. So the migration between Leap and SLE is like very easy to do. It's like very, very quick. And this enables like the developers to play in the open with the OpenSUSE Leap with open source, free of charge environments. Once they need an enterprise assurance, they can go to SUSE, get a subscription, and migrate easily. A lot of news and effort has gone into our SAP specific components. So HA, specifically SAP HA, tools got improved, specifically when it comes to the checks and issues reduction. High availability and kernel live patching and clustering management tools got improved, and some of the nice features were created, like SUSE consoles for SAP deployment, and some SAP HA configuration tools were improved as well. And the other notable item is performance improvements and security. Like just by taking all the latest hardware enablement, which guys like AMD or Intel have been working on, that brings us nice like 20% performance and efficiency gains, and also things like updating different components of the OS. Most notable might be the databases like Postgres, MariaDB, Redis. Those also bring like very nice performance improvements and effectivity gains. So that's really stuff we are focusing on with our Service Pack 3. And security, I mentioned we do a lot of certification-specific security work, and in a lot of areas like stick compliance and different crypto support and other stuff which is going on in there. If anybody's interested in more details, first of all, there is a session which is also part of SUSECON, focusing on 15SP3. So I would encourage you to go have a look. We put a lot of these news and announcements in the release notes. So again, go have a look. Beta program I mentioned, obviously the product pages is something where one can get a lot of information as well. A bit of an outlook, since we are on an annual schedule, 15SP4 is coming roughly in a year from now. It will follow roughly the same schedule. It will be, however, a refresh release. So a bunch of components will get updated, including the new kernel, allowing for even like better improvements, better performance, and more hardware enablement. So it's something to look forward into having later next year. A bit of an outlook into what's coming beyond. So I've mentioned that we have 3 major code streams right now, 11, 12, and 15. We are working on the next code stream. We, however, are at the kind of collecting request phase now, so we are open for any input. So if anybody is interested in like telling us what they would like to see in the operating system for the next generation, we would absolutely like and love to work with you and listen to that feedback. So we have gathered quite some already. We are open to do more. We want to be open and do like pretty much anything possible and doable. So we need to see. We want to see what's possible to do there. The time frame is 2020 to 2023. We are still working on the time frame, so stay tuned on where. And the basic idea about the next generation OS is pretty simple. So it's, again, I'm coming back to where I started, being the most adaptable OS, most adaptable Linux OS, ranging from developers to operators to environments in between, different hardware platforms, different cloud platforms, all that should be supported. And we are open to do like any changes to the OS needed, even disruptive ones. So again, if you want to work with us on this next generation OS, we are absolutely open. Let us know, and we would be happy to work on that together. The focus is to get the job done, whatever it takes, and we want to make the operating system adaptable and flexible enough to be able to serve as a tool and support that process. With that, just a reminder of the existing code stream. So while we are looking at many changes and potentially disruptive ones for the next generation OS, the existing code streams are there to stay. So SLE 12 is there to stay. It will be in long-term support through 2027. It's not going away. We fully are behind this code stream, as well as SLE 15, which will be in long-term support until 2031. And while we are considering some changes to lifecycle, like doing more service packs, there are no plans to do any changes to the how the code stream looks like. So we will continue releasing service packs, continue doing hardware enablement, and continue providing more innovation into the code stream, enabling our customers and partners to use it as a stable base for their current and future products. There is a plug for the two sessions I would like to encourage you to watch. So there is a session about SLE 15 SP3, specifically as part of SUSECON, and the other session about the SLE next generation, which talks about what we are thinking in more detail. So if you are interested, have a look and also let us know what you think. With that, I'm done. Thank you for watching and have a good day.